All right. Okay, so I think that we are recording. So you guys, thank you for making the time to come to our team call today. It is July 25th, the last Wednesday of July, which is absolutely insane. So just a couple announcements really, really quick. For those of you who are unaware, we have a big Team Bloom party on August 25th, 1 month from today. So you have until the end of today to be Emerald rank to qualify to come to that party. If you don't live in Washington State, don't worry. I'll be mailing gifts to you. We've got 1, 2, 3. Everyone on this call is Emerald as of right now, so that's fantastic. So you guys keep hustling for that if you are rewatching this and not yet Emerald. So I think that was the only announcements. We're in the middle of week 2 of Lift 4. Hopefully everyone's doing that and loving it. If you're not sore, I don't even know what to say to that, you guys. It's so intense. Okay, so today we are going to be talking about the 4 reasons why you're missing out on your goals. So I think this is important because we're a little over halfway through the year. So let's go into this call with thinking about August. So maybe get in mind, what are your goals for August? And then really ask yourself if you are falling victim to any of these mistakes, okay? So let me share my screen with you guys. See if I can do this. Share screen. Okay. Can you guys give me a thumbs up if you can see that? Wow, that's great. Okay. Nope. How about I go to slide 1? Thank you for being patient with me. Okay. 4 reasons why you're missing out on your goals, all right? I put it up here so you can rewatch it. I know some of you are visual learners. We'll see how this goes. Number 1 reason why you might be missing out on your goal is because you are approaching your goal and you're setting a minimum. I know this is very easy to do, and I think that honestly, I struggled with this a lot when I first became a coach because I didn't have the belief in myself. So an example of this is we're getting ready to go into a new month, August, right? If you're a brand new coach and you've never done an August in Beachbody World before, the summer months can be really slow and they can be really hard, but what's really cool is they really set you up for some of the busiest times, which is September and December and January. More like January, probably not December. But September is kind of like a fake new year for a lot of people. People put their kids back in school and everybody is ready to get back into that routine and lose the weight that they gained on the vacations all summer. So August, I think, is an important month because it's right before that pickup in the business. And so I just think I would really challenge you guys to set really big goals for August, just because it's going to show you what's possible before you go into the busy season. Like, I get stoked about August because I think a lot of people take August off, and you got to be willing to do what other people aren't willing to do. So as you approach August, don't just think, oh, I just need to hit Success Club, because everyone on this call should want to hit Success Club. If you think that way, you're going to think, okay, I need to get 3 to 5 people to sign up, which means I just need to get 3. And if you go into it with that mentality and you write down maybe 3 to 5 names of people who you're going to invite, you're not going to hit your goal because you're setting a minimum. Like, you guys, we need to be aiming high. We need to be 10 times in our efforts. So if we want to have 3 to 5 new people join us in August, then that means you need to realize that probably 1 out of 10 are going to say yes. So you need to be going and inviting maybe 20 to 50 people, right? Whatever the minimum is, like, don't do that. Like, go above it. If you guys haven't read the book, what's it called? The 10 times rule, 10X rule, I guess, 10X rule, by Grant Cardone. It's so good. And I would suggest not reading it. I would get it on Audible just because he talks a lot different. Like, you can hear his voice. So be willing to do what others are not willing to do. And that means if you hit Success Club on the 15th of the month, that does not mean that you slow down and take the rest of the month off, right? Like, imagine what you could do if you keep up that momentum. I know for me, you guys, I'm going to be straight up honest. It is so hard to be pregnant and be in this business and be coaching right now. Like, it's probably the hardest thing ever in my coaching career in over 2 years. And so for me, I set myself a new goal of I am in Success Club by the 10th of the month, no matter what, just because I know that that's going to show me what's possible. You know what I mean? Like I have to like set that for myself that, okay, if it's a hard season, I'm going to push that much harder and show myself that there's no excuses. There's just no excuses. So are you approaching a goal and are you setting a minimum? If so, you're getting in your own way. And then this is kind of what we talked about, right? You have 10 times your effort. Grant Cardone, get that book, listen to that book, and be willing to do what others are not willing to do. That is the key. You have to be willing to do what other people aren't willing to do. Like show up on team calls on a Wednesday morning. All right, number 2, you underestimate what it takes to reach your goal. So this is an important one. So let's say your goal is to be premier this year. So you have to hit that by December 31st, right? So then you need to be setting your goal to hit that goal by August. Because if you set that goal to be, actually, let's not even say premier. Let's say for people who are rewatching this call, they wanted to be emerald and they knew they had to hit it by July 25th, which is today. They should have set that goal to be emerald like 2 months ago, because you guys know what happens when you've got coaches on your team. People go inactive, people quit, right? Like life happens. So you have to be like always planning so that you have enough so there's nothing to stress about. So whatever your goal is, like set your goal and then backtrack and set it so that you have to hit it sooner, just to make sure that you're going to be able to do it. And 10 times it when no one is looking. That means I know it's tricky and it's easy to skip like, okay, I'm going to invite at the end of the day today. And then the day goes by and you didn't actually invite. So you're like, I'm going to do it tomorrow. And then you don't actually do it tomorrow. Like sometimes I ask myself, okay, if my team was sitting in my house with me all day today, would they see me doing the vital behaviors? Would they see me inviting? Would they see me pushing play and working hard? Like I like to act like, I don't like to act like my upline's watching, because we're all our own business owners, right? But I do like to act like my team is watching, because in my mind, if I'm asking you guys to do something, I better be doing it myself. So 10 times it when no one's looking. Like, and only you know if you're really putting in the work, right? Okay. Number 3, are you competing versus dominating your business? And I think this one is super tricky because especially you guys know, like with Instagram stories, how many of you guys sometimes at night, like just sit there and scroll through and watch stories. You don't even know how long it's been and you're still just watching stories. I do that too. It's so fun. But the thing is, I don't let myself do that till I've done my power hour. But the other thing is, that can easily become a problem, right? So the minute that you start looking around thinking, oh, what is that coach over there doing? Okay, that's what I need to do. Or how does that person get so many likes and I post about the business and I only get 2 likes? Or that person's getting like 40 Success Club points and I'm struggling over here to get 5. The minute that you start comparing yourself in that way, it means you're taking your eyes off your own business and you're losing your focus because you're so busy worrying about what they're doing over there. Well, in the meantime, everybody's passing you up, boo. Like focus on your business. Like put your effort and your energy into figuring out how you can make your business better. So do the work for yourself. And that means that you might need to unfollow people who it's not a healthy competition. I think for sure that there are seasons for me when I have to unfollow everybody, just because I know that if I start comparing myself, it's not a road I want to go down. Other times I'm feeling confident, I'm feeling good, and I have the energy. You know, it's a good season. You guys know what it's like. Sometimes you have good months. And yeah, I'll go look at people's posts, get ideas, see what they're doing. But you have to know yourself well enough to know when you're crossing that line and you're starting to compete versus dominate. The key is to just be better than you were yesterday. So today, tell yourself, I'm going to be better than I was yesterday. I'm going to add more value. That doesn't mean I'm going to post more on social media necessarily. It means I'm going to make sure that every single time I post, the quality is there, that I'm adding more value. I'm pushing harder in my workout than I was yesterday. I'm focusing more on my nutrition than I was yesterday. I'm drinking more water today than I did yesterday. I'm going to go help at least one person today. If I helped one person yesterday, maybe I want to help 2 today. Like just be better than you were yesterday. And you will see success. Don't compare yourself to anybody else in this business. All right, and number 4, The other reason you might not be attaining your goals is because you underestimate the adversity to reach your goal. And I think that this one is so key. For those of you guys who don't know, I started coaching when I was a single mom and I was in grad school, and I had a lot of, I wasn't quite sure about this whole coaching thing, but I was going to go for it. And I definitely underestimated the amount of time, the amount of consistency, and the amount of backlash that I would get in doing it. There was multiple times when I thought, like, does everybody else feel like this? Do you know what I mean? Like, I didn't have all of you guys. I didn't have you guys as a team where I could like mentor you and learn from you and talk to you and have this community where I could like openly be like, you guys, is anyone else having a really crappy month? You know what I mean? Like, even this month I've had to message people and be like, how are you doing? And it helped me. But when it was just me, I underestimated the adversity. And I think this is why a lot of our coaches who join our team quit, is because they don't see that instant success. And I don't know why we think that it has to be so instant. And so when they don't see that and they realize that it's hard and that, oh my goodness, you actually have to show up every day and you actually have to like do the workouts to get the results, they would rather just quit than like face the adversity. So just realize no matter how successful you get in this business, there are still going to be months and maybe months on months on months on months where it feels really, really hard. But everything that happens to you is part of your story, right? So even right now, being pregnant is part of my story. Eventually, I will not be pregnant anymore. I'll be feeling so much better, but I will be able to connect with moms who are pregnant and who want to work out, right? But I wouldn't be able to connect like that if I hadn't maybe necessarily gone through it myself. So every time I face adversity, I think, okay, this is part of my story. And gosh dang it, it is not going to be the thing that stops me in my business. Like, how sad would that be if you let the adversity be the thing that stops you instead of letting the adversity be the thing that makes you a better coach, because it increases your story and it makes you more relatable to others. So just know that no one climbs to the top of this business effortlessly. Like, it just does not happen. Everything is a part of your story. So do not let it be the thing that stops you. So those are the 4 reasons why you might be missing out on your goals. And I just really want to encourage you guys to really think about August. Look at your July, see how it went. Be really honest with yourself. Like, did you show up every day? Did you do your power hour consistently? I am not going to say to you that you need to show up 7 days a week. I'm not that coach. I work 6 days a week. Sometimes I work 5 days a week. But not hitting Success Club 10 is absolutely unacceptable to me. So that means some days I'm going to work, like I'm going to hustle and work all through the night if I have to hit Success Club by the 15th. Right now it's by the 10th. Like, I have certain standards that no matter what, like, that's my way of 10xing it. But I also think that Sundays are my time with my family, and I'm hustling for my family. So I'm definitely going to take that family day. But I just really want to encourage you guys, find what works for you. Find your own version of 10x. Like, it's worth it. And don't let those things be the things that stop you in this business. Okay, I'm going to hit end record and then we can chat for a bit.